पाय कशी पटवते बघ. या की हॅलो.
यावकडे म्हणलं तुला फोन आणि आता
नाही काही नाही. मोबाईल नव्हता ना, व्हिडिओ नव्हतं, काही सबस्क्राईब किती जाईल 1128 वर आले.
女士们、先生们 ，OPPOFindN 全新折叠旗舰新品发布会现在开始。根据疫情防控要求，活动期间建议全程佩戴口罩。
According to the quarantine arrangement, please wear your mask throughout this event. Now let's welcome Peter Lau, SVP, Chief Product Officer of OPPO. Wow, such a crowd. Thank you so much for coming to the launch of our new product. I'm so excited. This is my debut on an official occasion since I returned to OPPO. There's another reason for my excitement. We will present you an all-new product result of 4 years of dedication. It gives me the most exciting product development experiences over the recent years. I have so many stories to tell. If I overrun the agenda, please do understand that. I was told by the team that I only have 1 hour, but I may overrun it to 1 hour and a half. Forgive me for that. Thank you so much. Shooting, you are playing the phone. Do you remember what I told you just now? Okay, just joking for you. Okay, let me now present to you this new product. Before that, let's review the 10 years of our journey of developing smartphones. Over the past decade, there is a prominent change in industry. The display has become larger and larger from 3.5 inches as the perfect size set by Steve Jobs, now to 6.7 inches or 6.5 inches, larger and larger. In the information age, the display of your phone has become the primary source of information. But, it is the larger, the better, and the more comfortable. The reason is very simple. In that connection, how can we make the screen even larger? I've even seen some 7-inch phones. Normal people will not use it. We have come up with a lot of ways to do away with the jaw, the notch, or the whole of the front camera, the trim of the rims by another 0.1 inch. Now we have come to the stage of bottleneck. New change has come. Foldable, rollable screens. They have brought a lot of brand new or different experiences from the traditional phones. Very early on, OPPO spotted this trend. And 4 years ago, we invested a lot of resources in its R&D. In April 2018, we developed our first foldable phone. Back then, technology wasn't ready yet. There was a lot of issues with the reliability, so we didn't ship it to market. Generations over 4 years. Now it is time for us to show it to you. So these are the sketches of these 6 generations to make them more presentable. We have hidden some details, but you can see the prototypes for engineering in the experience area in this room. Indeed, our engineers waited for 4 years. We made designs and scrapped them just in order to develop our ideal phone for you. Now it's time for me to showcase that to you. How do you like it? Isn't it sleek? It has been many years that we haven't got such experience.
这个折叠屏，我们很多人讲比这个大屏的体验。
So the foldable screen gives you the experience of a large display, but still you can control it within a single-handed grip. Once folded, it is perfectly under your control within just your grip. It has been a long-missed feeling. I can assure you one graceful move. If you use it after your use, fold it, then gracefully insert it into your pocket. Have you got it before? No way. I can tell that. This size is so comfortable. Once folded, it's like a small screen phone nicely fitting into your grip. Once unfolded, it's a large screen still within your single hand grip. It has been a long missing feeling. So this is a major innovation of form factor. Let's start with that. What is tricky about it? In the Android system, things are designed for the traditional bar type or the vertical screen. Once you unfold it, the simplest way is to make it a long and thin form factor. Once you fold it, it will be as narrow as a remote control. You fold it by half, it will be a narrow remoter. To make the front size the size of a normal phone, it will be as heavy and bulky as a brick. So that is a big dilemma to achieve affordability. So what is the optimal size? That is vital. Once folded or unfolded, the phone must be easy to handle and use. We have done a lot. We have did a lot of refinement and models. There are two basic principles for us to develop this product. First, so it must be handy to use, folded or unfolded. You buy this, of course you want to experience in the large screen. What's funny is that mass survey, what surprised us is that 90% of the usage time was when the phone is most of the time you use it. When you fold the phone, is it just to show off? So it must be usable, folded or unfolded. So that is a basic requirement for this product. Second, it must be good looking. Brick or remoter aren't pretty to look and not what we would like to offer. In OPPO, beauty comes first. It must also deliver good feel. Know me, I'm so picky about hand feel. There's a punchline, so you may wonder whether I will repeat it. I will say it gently. It feels so good in hand. Over the years, we keep trying to achieve the dilemma. Then we resolved it by this golden ratio of folding. We call it a golden ratio because of the following reasons. Once folded, it is a phone of 5.49-inch display. The same size as the iPhone. Its ratio is 18:9, just a normal ratio. When you need to just quickly reply a WeChat message, you can do it easily without any difficulty. With the outer screen, once unfolded, the large display will be also comfortable in your grip. And folded or unfolded, the hand feel will be both good. Also, thanks to the little curve, the width is 73 millimeter, so the grip is so comfortable. And the screen size is 7.1 inch. It feels like a book. When you possible experience. Later I will elaborate why the horizontal display will be able to convey a lot. The size is 7.1 inch. By the number, it's not that different from a flagship model of 6.7 inch, but the viewable area is up by 60%. By numbers, it is also awesome, but I don't want to, discuss too many numbers here. You can see, it is a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate, E5 material, 7.1 inch, and 1000 nit brightness at peak. Li Nan, a famous blogger on Zhihu, told me that this is the best large screen foldable, good enough for video editing, and the color is also so accurate. This is from Li Nan. He told the truth. You can It offers a 60% larger visual area than a standard 6.5-inch display. It is like a square. Because of the bigger width, the visual area is vast. As business professionals, we often check our calendar. Your calendar, you have to actually scroll back and forth, up and down. But now on OPPOFindN, you can easily check your calendar at a glance. When you read spreadsheets of finance or sales, the look is totally different because of this screen. Let me recall. Within your one-line script, if you trade stocks, look at these curves. Totally different feeling. But it seems that the market is not very bullish, so be cautious when you invest. I always tell my team, show me the curve. That is different. Attend virtual meetings. At virtual meetings, it is a feeling I will never part with. When you watch the PPT, what is the feeling? If you make it this way, the PPT will be blocked. So that is the merit of the large display. Still, within your one hand, single-handed grip. I've told you a lot about the merits of this large screen. It is exciting to use it. It is graceful to use it. It is not embarrassing to use it in public. I keep telling the team about a classic scenario to test how a product feels. Elevator test. You will never imagine that. Why is that the case? Oh, I've got a phone call. How come that could happen? Once you use your phone in the elevator, what do you feel? You are surrounded and watched by a large crowd of people. That is important. I've also used some large foldable screens in elevators. Every time I'm in the elevator, I will feel sorry because I feel like a new rich holding such a huge phone in the elevator. Why don't I just hold a tablet to be forward? Now I feel proud, envied about it. In an elevator, you can try that too. Feel about it. In an elevator, you hold out cool stuff. Don't you feel proud? So size does matter for the screen. When you leave the elevator, fold it, fit it into your pocket. So graceful. What is the feeling of folding it? The gentleness, the sound. You must have heard a story. Once you buy a limousine, what do you want to try? The engine specs? No way. You don't want to test drive it if you buy a $1 million car. You want to close the door and listen to the sound. It is a fresh yet solid sound. That is what you expect from a limousine. Our team also studied the sound of door closing on a limousine. We want to also make sure that it delivers a fresh feeling when you fold it. Did you hear it? I can do it again. If you are not happy, you can do it time and again to relieve the pressure. It's so crisp. Every detail must be refined. To develop a good phone, details must be mastered. The sound. I can show you and share with you something I like very much. After you use a foldable phone, you must have a pain point. For example, if I'm reading a file, a WeChat message comes, what can you do? Habitually, you want to reply it quickly with your two thumbs on the small screen. But when you close it, you reply the message, you want it to be on. But in many occasions, you don't want it to be on. You finish reading, you fold it, and put in your pocket. So you can't anticipate what users want. Then something like a switch. There's an alert when you fold it. Within 3 seconds, as long as you gently slide upward, relay will happen, allow you to reply the message. If you don't slide it, it will be locked up to protect your privacy. Adding a switch is the dumbest way to resolve it. I told my team never to do that. The switch is the worst a product manager can come up with. This is a perfect solution. Am I so rude today? I'm so sorry. Of course, coming back to the foldable screen, white is still a new product, innovative product for the early movers. There are many difficulties to tackle yet. What are the difficulties for the industry? In this industry, there's a saying, it is not that difficult to develop a foldable screen. What is truly difficult is crease. Folded time and again, how come it won't have a crease? The second concern of the users is the durability. Of course, the third one is the price. I will reserve it to the last and give you some suspense. How can we eliminate the crease? What did our engineering team do in the past 4 years? What is first and foremost to us to do is to minimize the crease, to make it barely visible. Let me discuss why it creases and how to avoid it. If you fold the paper like this, in a U shape, so the crease, a deep crease, is unavoidable. There's another way to do it. For example, fold it like a water drop. As an ordinary user, your common sense will tell you that there will be no crease. And that is true. But how to water-shaped? That is difficult. We actually developed the 6 generations of hinges to eliminate or minimize the crease, to make it barely visible. It took us 4 years, 6 generations to produce a nearly perfect solution. That is the Flexion hinge. So let me brag about it. It is not written here. So that is the best in breed in the industry. I didn't say that. It was said by a boss in the hinge industry. This is the best designed hinge solution he has ever seen. So that is why I'm so inch. Usually, a hinge would not include more than 100, and the precision level must be 0.01 millimeter. It is only the 1/10 of the thickness of a hair. In order to eliminate so that is incredible to do. Just to minimize the crease, we have developed more than 100 patents. This is where we spent over 4 years of time. How can I showcase that? How can I give you this glossy, large screen? I have also discussed with my team how to convey the feeling. Without comparison, you can't show the difference. But comparison may be offensive to our peers in the industry. So we made a little trick. We hide the brand. You won't tell who is the vendor, but you can can tell the contrast. On the left is an alternative product. There is a deep crease, but on front end, you can barely see it. That is surely the best in the industry as a large foldable screen. That is the other phone, right? This is the latest update. We want to make the crease barely visible. Once it is folded, we want it to be seamless. These are moving parts. You fold it back and forth. So the challenge is huge. Without the close folding, what if the sand comes into the gap? The screen is ultra thin, so the sand may damage that phone. So we need to make it gapless. That is what is extraordinary. So that is the sand. You are so quick. I told my team, I got an idea. We just use ordinary sheet of A4 paper to test whether it is gapless. Let's have a try. This is a phone of 270 grams. It is already very late for a folded screen, so we just fold it, and it is A4 paper. It is amazing or terrifying. You can try too. And make the comparison. For a phone of 270 grams, it won't fall if you fold it like this. And the intensity of unfolding is also so comfortable for you to use. Some media representatives also give us some feedback on further optimization. So we made the improvements to make it comfortable to both fold and unfold. Having said so much, I have another highlight to share with you. It also embodies our extraordinary efforts. There are two modes, folded or unfolded. But there's a third one actually. Flex form base. It gives you a lot of unique experience that is only provided by foldable phones. Later, our product manager will give you a lot of details about the improvements it has created for user experience. OPPOFindN is yet another milestone of the Find product in 2018, namely the two-track model. It is a structural innovation, but involves a lot of extremely challenging technologies, including the design technologies and processing technologies. Once unfolded, you barely see the crease. Once folded, there's no gap. And it stands anywhere you want it to. All these are huge challenges. After said so much about the experiences, let's now move on to the barriers for users to adopt it. What are they? Remember, first is crease. Second, durability. Once you think of this kind of screen, you may wonder how it can be durable. Is it in defiance of physics? For this screen, we have designed a 12-layer structure as a serene display. On the surface, we have developed a UTG ultra-thin glass, flexible glass. It is glass. Remember, it is glass, but it's ultra-thin, as thin as 0.03 millimeters. Imagine that. That is the 1/20th of the thickness of ordinary smartphone glass. It has been tempered with nanometer technology, so it has been much more resilient. To make it flexible and strong, we have also applied our self-developed special material, which is ultra-thin stainless steel base with a gradient mesh matrix. So we actually use it as a patented technology with the gradient connections of the holes and the arrangement of the various types of holes. We can give the screen stronger support to test whether it is truly durable. We have engaged the TUV Rhineland. Of course, the result is, of course, another bragging. So we easily passed the test. It survived 200,000 times of folding without crease. What does that give you? Let's do some simple math. According to our statistics, the daily times of folding and unfolding is usually around 75 times. If we just make it 100 times a day, then it gives you 5 years of worryless folding without visible crease. So that is the guarantee of durability. Of course, we have something even more awesome. On your phone, usually there were some warnings about where to use it. Now try to use it above 0 degrees Celsius. You must have seen such warnings. But we don't think it is that correct. If you ski, what are you going to do with your phone? So our product team challenged the extreme. We repeated the test under minus 20 degrees Celsius. After 200,000 times of folding, still there's no damage or crease. Our engineers are so maniac. Okay. I've talked a lot about the innovations like the landscape ratio, golden ratio, the Flexion hinge, and the UTG flexible glass. Surviving 200,000 times of folding in your grip. One hand is enough to control it. Open, close, you feel it all right. It is creaseless and gapless. So far, I think, in my mind, it is my best ever foldable phone product. That is why I may fail my time management today. We have said so much about this phone. It seems that it is nothing but the job of a product manager, just a definition of a superb product. But this phone is more than that. 1 hour before this event, I added this line. I added because someone may not get it. It's a comfortable phone to use, but you may not realize that all these are empowered and enabled by our hardcore technologies, the screen, the hinge, and many other things. All these boil down to technology. It delivers such elegant design. Users don't need to worry about the underlying technologies. That is what OPPO does. We are committed to such hardcore technologies. Finally, let me brag again. Once available, it is invincible. If we brag, let me be the biggest bragger. After experiencing it, I feel it as the perfect. It is what it should be. But to make this happen, our engineers have always challenged themselves and the extremes. I'm a perfectionist, but my engineers are always even more demanding than I am. They challenge themselves and refine the product endlessly over 4 years. It is really easy for me to copy a foldable phone. So easy to make it really usable and frequently used. we must resolve many difficulties. There are many other difficulties that I have not discussed. Without resolving them, this phone will not be a primary device, like the absence of trees and the achievement of durability, whichever phone it is, a bar type or foldable phone. These are what a phone needs to provide. You can't tell the consumers that, innovative as it is held to the bar of a traditional phone in terms of durability. So the absence of trees and the presence of durability are the basic requirements. Then what are the innovative points when we reach them? So Mr. Zhou will give you more details.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Pete, for telling the story of the 6th generation of our foldable device in the past 4 years. I was one of the team members. It's my great honor to share with you our product on behalf of my team. In the past 4 years, my team were constantly subject to challenge. We were asked by everybody the same question: what is a foldable device for? Well, the users did not know what a foldable device is for until we give them one. If someone told me, I want a faster horse cart, well, instead of giving him a faster horse cart, I will give him a car. Now, let's take a look at the differences between a horse cart and a car. When you view your WeChat moments or microblog, this is typically how the pictures look on a traditional phone. Black bars on top and bottoms. Because camera chips and sensor chips normally support 4 versus 3 dimensions. It's not a good viewing experience. If they were shown on FindN, these black bars would be 4 times bigger. When I view the pictures copied from my traditional phone, I can feel the sharp contrast. This is how it looks for video watching on traditional phone. Bullet screens and the video are scrambling for space. Very messy. Now on FindN, not only the viewing area is bigger, there is no interference between them. Plus our customized symmetric stereo with dual speakers, you will have both visual and audio enjoyment. This is what it is like for game playing on a traditional phone. Now, on FindN, there is bigger visual area. Folded, the signal now is 60% stronger than traditional smartphone. Often did that on the traditional phone, but video editing is troublesome on a traditional phone. On FindN, the entire video footage is completely presented in one timeline. This truly liberates the productivity. It was so overwhelming, especially after a long flight. I was virtually bombarded by all the messages. Now with FindN, 2 pages are presented side by side. The list side and top 2 101 people. We call this function parallel window. It can also apply to many other scenarios such as news watching and going shopping. The display ratio of the 2 pages can be adjusted as you like, which is the first time ever in the industry. You can enlarge one side while shrink the other, which is very intuitive. When we drive with the traditional phone as a navigator, we need to switch between navigation, music, and calling functions. It is troublesome and even dangerous. Now, with FindN, 3 functions can be achieved on a single screen altogether. It is not just the phone in the car, but the central control panel in the car, making a traditional car a smart one. We're also working with AutoNavi and Qianxun to customize a 3D lane-level navigation for FindN, making your journey on highway and elevated roads safer and easier. So these are something unimaginable on a traditional phone. Of course, you may also ask, what else can a foldable device offer apart from bigger screens? Before I answer this question, let's do a math problem of primary students. So, Xiaoming wants to prepare a meal. It takes him 5 minutes to boil water, 7 minutes to cut the ingredients, and 10 minutes to cook the meal. So how long does it take for him to finish these 3 tasks? For a traditional phone, the answer is 10 minutes. Because 3 things can be done on one screen simultaneously. The core value of a foldable device, apart from having larger display, is higher efficiency enabled by split screen, which is confirmed in our user survey. Big data shows that users switch 130 times among different apps on daily basis because their needs and scenarios are complicated. For example, if you want to invite someone for dinner, you're driving, talking, and booking a restaurant together. 3 apps are involved. For split screen, it is your handy tool for efficiency enhancement. With split screen on OPPOFindN, you can chat and show the display ratio between 2 apps with a ratio of 18 versus 9. Or you can drag your picture to WeChat to share in your moments. Or you can drag the information to your memo, no need for paste and copy. Or you can drag the picture or document to your mailbox, and with one click you can send it. Isn't it amazing, perfect, and convenient? So it seems that I've talked about everything about split screen. However, when I give the device to users, I find that it is not appreciated by the users. I was just entertaining myself because no one knows how to perform the split screen. It used to be an extremely complicated task on a traditional phone. Let me show you how many steps it takes on a traditional phone. Step 1, enter the sidebar. Of course, many people don't even know what a sidebar is. Then you are editing. Step 4, add it to the sidebar. And then step 5, drag it from sidebar to the home screen. So even if you did not commit any mistakes at all, it takes at least 5 steps. It is so complicated. Do we have an intuitive way to achieve split screen in just 1 step? Now watch me. Did you see it clearly? Let me do it. The gesture is simply elegant and easy. Yes, this experience is very, very nice. Let me show you again. With 2 fingers, 1 swipe, and then split screen is done. We call it 2-finger, 1 swipe for split screen. It reminds me of a game that was very popular more than 10 years ago. It's simple and refreshing. You may have played it. Well, now I fall in love with this gesture, swiping with 2 fingers. Really stress relieving. So is it perfect enough for a product manager? Well, we went to find that most frequent user scenarios are very similar, and every split combination is associated with scenario. WeChat plus photo album means moment sharing. WeChat plus TikTok means it's leisure time. Dianping plus AutoNavi means it's time to dine outside. So to make the experience more intuitive, we enable our users to save their multi-app split screen combinations. Just tap the dots between the split screen, and then you can save the current multi-app split screen combination to the home screen, and you can retrieve them later with 1 click. Isn't that amazing? Well, I would click for Keep Plus Music while jogging. Our pursuit for user experience does not stop here, but we further explore the user scenario, and we find that even if our users can open 2 apps with 1 click, they will still encounter other obstacles. For example, when you plan your journey and you compare ticket prices across different apps, you need to input the same information like the departure place, destination, and the flight time again and again before you can compare the results. This repetition is both time-consuming and anxiety-generating. Do we have a way to streamline these meaningless repetitive work? That's why we have designed a brand new function, 1 click for multiple searching. Whether you want to buy air ticket or book a hotel room, or celebrate the shopping carnival, or search for specific information, just input once and you will get the results from different apps for comparison. For every scenario, we enable at least 3 apps. So now you can see the comparison among 3 apps. So we can enable the 3 apps split screen for most of the scenarios, and I want to thank our third-party apps partner for your support. So these are our 3 brand new offerings: split screen with 2 fingers, multi-app split screen, combination saving, and 1 click for multiple searching. A huge progress in efficiency. Now let's experience a sense of immersion and innovation enabled by bigger screen and split screen.